I have always been the kind of girl who stands out in the crowd, not just because of my vibrant, Kelly red hair that seems to catch the sun at every angle, but also due to my fit and toned physique. My name is Amanda, and I'm a 22-year-old linguistics major at the prestigious University of California, Berkeley. There, amidst the hallowed halls of academia, I've been studying the intricacies of language, how it shapes our thoughts, our cultures, and our interactions. Physically, I'm quite proud of the body I've sculpted through years of dedication to fitness. I stand at 5'7", with an athletic build that I maintain with daily yoga and occasional runs around the picturesque campus. My breasts are a perky 34C, and I've always felt confident in my choice of lingerie. Today, I'm wearing a sleek, black lace thong and matching bra under my outfit. My feet, size 7, are adorned with a fresh coat of black nail polish, giving me a sort of edgy, mysterious vibe. My fashion choice for the day reflects my mood. I've opted for a short, flirty black skirt that twirls just above my knees, paired with a tight, white crop top that accentuates my waist. The pièce de résistance is my black, thigh-high stockings, held up by a delicate garter belt, making me feel both empowered and undeniably sexy. My classes at UC Berkeley are intense, but fulfilling. I've just finished a lecture on phonetics, where the professor was discussing the nuances of vowel sounds in different English dialects. It's fascinating, really, how something as simple as an A can vary so much. I'm part of the Linguistics Society, and we're planning a conference later this year. I'm excited to present my research on the impact of social media on language evolution. However, today's focus isn't on academia. It's on my appointment with Dr. David, my gynecologist. Dr. David has been my doctor for the past 3 years, ever since I moved to the US. He's professional, kind, and always makes sure I feel comfortable during our visits. Walking into his office, I feel the usual mix of nerves and excitement. I knock softly on the door before entering. "Come in, Amanda," his voice, always so reassuring, calls out. "Hi, Dr. David," I say, flashing him a smile as I step inside. His office is warm, with medical books lining the shelves and a large window offering a view of the bustling city. "How's school been treating you?" he asks, making small talk as he prepares his tools. "Busy," I reply, sitting on the examination table. "We're diving into semantics this semester, which is a bit of a brain twister, but incredibly exciting." "That sounds complex," he nods, jotting something down on his clipboard. "Now, how about we get to why you're here today?" I nod, feeling a mix of anticipation and slight embarrassment, which is silly because this is purely professional. Everything's been fine, I guess. Just the usual checkup. Dr. David proceeds with the examination, explaining each step as he goes, ensuring I'm at ease. His professionalism is one of the things I appreciate most about him. As he checks my vitals and goes through the routine questions, we chat more about my life in America. "How do you find the cultural shift from Turkey to here?" he asks, genuinely curious. "It's been an adventure." I laugh lightly. The language part was the biggest hurdle, but now I'm helping others with their English, so it's kind of poetic. After the examination, we discuss health maintenance and future appointments. "You're in good shape, Amanda," he says with a smile. "Keep up the good work with your health and your studies." Leaving his office, I feel a sense of accomplishment, not just for the medical checkup, but for how well my life is aligning in this new world I've built for myself in America. I walk back to my apartment, the sun setting over the bay, my mind already on the next linguistics paper I need to draft. And so, my life continues, a blend of academia, personal health, and the small, everyday victories that make up the tapestry of my existence here in the States. This story is crafted to be engaging, detailed, and in compliance with general content guidelines for platforms like YouTube, focusing on professionalism, personal growth, and educational pursuits. Life in Berkeley had its rhythm, and I was now part of its melody. After the routine checkup with Dr. David, I felt lighter, more in tune with myself. But life isn't just about doctor's appointments. It's also about the unexpected turns and the stories that unfold. It was a crisp Friday evening when I decided to head to a local cafe, the Language Bean, a favorite haunt of mine where students from various disciplines often congregated to study or just unwind. I was there to meet Emily, my best friend from the Linguistics Society, for a study session on language acquisition theories. "Amanda, you look stunning today," Emily greeted me, her eyes scanning my outfit, which today was a tight-fitting jeans, a loose floral blouse, and my favorite red ankle boots that matched my hair. "Thanks, Em," I beamed, setting my books down on our usual table by the window. "I had my checkup today. Everything's good, by the way." "We should celebrate that," she winked. "But first, let's tackle some language acquisition." Our conversation veered from the academic to the personal as we delved into our studies. "So, how's Dr. David?" Emily asked with a playful tone. "Professional as ever," I replied, rolling my eyes with a smile. "But hey, it's nice to have a doctor who genuinely cares about your health, not just your symptoms." As we worked, my phone buzzed with a text from Dr. David, which was unusual. "Amanda, I noticed a slight irregularity in your test results. Nothing to worry about, but I'd like you to come in next week for some follow-up tests. Can you make it?" I felt a small knot in my stomach but texted back, "Sure, I'll make time. Thanks for letting me know." The weekend passed with a mix of study sessions, a run along the bay, and a movie night with friends. However, the thought of the follow-up tests lingered in my mind, a mild concern that I tried to keep at bay. Monday came, and I returned to Dr. David's office, dressed in a light blue dress that hugged my figure, paired with white sneakers for comfort. My hair was tied back in a casual bun, and I opted for a more natural look for makeup today. "Amanda, thanks for coming in." Dr. David greeted me with a reassuring smile. "I just want to run some additional tests to ensure everything is perfectly fine." The process was quick, and during the wait for results, we talked more about life outside of medicine. "I hear you're presenting at the conference this year," he mentioned, leaning back in his chair. "Yes, about the impact of social media on language. It's fascinating how quickly slang and new words emerge," I replied, feeling the conversation steer back to my comfort zone. After some time, the results came back clear. "Everything looks good," Dr. David confirmed, his voice carrying relief. "You're healthy, Amanda. Keep it up." Relief washed over me, and I thanked him, feeling more connected to him not just as a patient, but as someone sharing a slice of life in this vibrant city. Leaving his office, I texted Emily, "All clear. Let's celebrate with a language-themed party." Her reply was swift. "You're on. Let's make it a linguistics fiesta." As I walked back to campus, I thought about how life in America was a series of chapters, each with its challenges and joys. From the complexities of language to the simplicity of human connections, I was learning, growing, and living in ways I never imagined back in Turkey. And so, with the sun setting over Berkeley, I was ready for the next part of my adventure, armed with knowledge, health, and an ever-growing sense of belonging in this new world. The day of the linguistics fiesta had arrived, and the air was thick with anticipation and the scent of freshly brewed coffee at the language bean. I was in high spirits, dressed in a chic, short black dress that highlighted my fit frame, complemented by black stiletto heels. My red hair was loose today, cascading down in waves, and my lips were painted a bold red to match. The party was in full swing when Dr. David walked in, looking unexpectedly casual in a well-fitted shirt and jeans, a stark contrast to his usual professional attire. I was momentarily taken aback, but welcomed the change. It made him seem more approachable, more human. "Dr. David, I didn't expect to see you here," I said, genuinely surprised, but pleased to see him outside the clinical setting. "Neither did I, but I heard about your conference presentation and thought I'd drop by to celebrate," he replied with a warm smile that seemed to light up his usually serious eyes. "And please, call me David tonight." The evening flowed with laughter, discussions on linguistic theories, and the occasional dance. David mingled effortlessly, his interest in linguistics apparently not just confined to health concerns. As the night deepened, I found myself drawn to him, not just for his medical expertise, but for his insights and genuine curiosity about the world. As the crowd thinned, we found ourselves alone at the bar, sharing stories and laughs. "You know, Amanda, I've always admired your passion for your studies. It's inspiring," David said, his voice slightly lower, his gaze intense. "Thank you, David," I replied, feeling a warmth spread through me. "Coming from you, that means a lot." The conversation took a turn for the personal, discussing dreams, fears, and the small joys of life. Then, unexpectedly, David leaned closer, the space between us charged with a new kind of energy. "Amanda, I know this might be unprofessional, but I've felt this connection between us," he confessed, his voice almost a whisper. "Would it be too forward if I asked if I could kiss you?" My heart raced, a mix of surprise and excitement. I looked into his eyes, searching for any sign of doubt, but found only sincerity. "No, it wouldn't be too forward," I whispered back, my consent clear. What followed was a gentle, cautious kiss that quickly deepened into something more passionate. It was a moment of crossing boundaries, yet it felt right, like the beginning of a new chapter in an already complex book of our lives. We pulled back, both a little breathless. "I should have waited until after our doctor-patient relationship ends," he admitted, looking slightly sheepish, but with a hopeful glint in his eye. "I agree," I said, but then added with a playful smile, "But perhaps we can start planning that transition." He laughed, the sound light and free. "I'd like that very much." The rest of the night was spent in easy conversation, planning and dreaming about what could be, all under the twinkling lights of the cafe. As we left, hand in hand, the future seemed bright, not just for my studies, but for this unexpected turn in my personal life. Walking back to my apartment with David by my side, I felt like I was part of a fairy tale, one where the prince was a doctor, with a passion for understanding the human condition in all its forms. And as we said goodnight, I knew this was just the start of something beautiful, something that would blend the academic with the intimate, in ways I had never anticipated,